channel. My name is Kayla June, Kale Barb on social media. So today we are talking about PMDD again, as you can tell from the title, the do's and the don'ts. I have more do's and don'ts, but nonetheless, if you aren't already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. And welcome if you are new. My name is Kayla June, like I said, and I am at Kale Barb on Instagram for makeup, for beauty, and I am at bear_self-care for mental health content. So welcome if you are new, and if you aren't, welcome back. Thank you for joining me on this cold in PA. Very cold Monday. Yeah, it's like 10 degrees outside. Oh, I don't like it. Anywho, let's move on. So I have a list on my computer, like I always do. I have a list of do's and don'ts. Again, there are like 5 things on here for don'ts, but let's just get started. So if you don't know what PMDD is, I created a video for last Monday, understanding PMDD. So take a look at that video if you do not know what the heck I'm talking about. If you have PMDD, or if you may have PMDD, or if you have watched that last video, then you know what I'm talking about. And these could be helpful for you, or they may not, you never know. But these are helpful for me because I have PMDD, as of course you probably already assumed. So let's get started. So for the do's, I have holistic tips. So exercise, yoga, meditation, acupuncture. That's a new one, I didn't know that. Acupuncture, resting, getting a lot of rest, a lot of beauty sleep, because we all need that. I know I do. These under eyes are terrible. Also, taking vitamins is really good. Multivitamins are great. Make sure that you are taking in a lot of vitamin B's or magnesium. That's important. Aromatherapy. So I wrote down a few essential oils and what it's good for. So here we go. Chamomile to promote relaxation and sleep. Sage to relieve menstrual cramps and anxiety. Lavender to experience, obviously, as we all know, if you're familiar with essential oils, lavender is like best for sleep, best for relaxation, good for calming. Of course, that's great for anxiety and depression. Kind of brings you back to your center. Then there is, what is this called? Because I don't know what it is. I found this, it's called neroli. I don't know what that is, but it says to ease anxiety, so I'm gonna have to look that up because I've never done that. I usually use chamomile, lavender. I use peppermint because it kind of like enhances everything, but that's just a general thing for me. And also rose is really good because it reduces stress. And I'm doing a lot of this. This is when I get in my teaching mode. I'm just like, okay. Food. Reduce your salt intake. Nobody likes all that excess sodium, people. It blows you up. It creates inflammation. You just get swollen. Like, it's really bad. And a lot of salt is just not good because salt makes you thirsty. And a lot of us don't really crave water now, do we? So I would suggest to not take in so much sodium if you can. It will help. Eat a variety of fruits and vegetables. Focus on leafy greens. So, for example, I have been eating a lot of broccoli. Spinach is my best friend. I currently like Brussels sprouts. But like, for example, in the morning, if I'm hungry, because sometimes I'm not, I'm gonna be honest, I'll have eggs like with cheese and spinach. Like, I have to eat like a certain amount of spinach every day just for my nutritional self, and spinach is like the go-to for me. It's really good. If you season it with like pepper and garlic powder and butter, good. Not too much butter, but just, yeah. Drink plenty of water, of course. Eat more calcium and low-fat dairy, so that means no whole milk, which is kind of hard for me sometimes because if you don't know, eventually Vincent and I want to try for babies, and apparently more dairy the better for fertility. So that's kind of like my bad thing right now. Also, I drink a lot of What is that? Almond milk. Almond milk is really good for you when you have PMDD, and it's really good in general for any of the vegetarians and vegans that are on my channel. Love almond milk. I like original better than vanilla. Just an FYI. Okay. So get your vitamin D. Besides supplements, vitamin D is found naturally in foods like sardines, oysters, and salmon. Incorporate salmon in your diet. It'll change your life. Snack on nuts. Eat whole grains. Eat omega-3 fatty acids, which is salmon. For example, salmon. And then also for food, eat smaller and more frequent meals. That is something I've been trying to do also. With PMDD and just me being very underweight, I can't wake up and just eat a big meal. So like I'll eat a bagel, or I'll eat like 3 eggs and spinach, and then I'll just slowly eat throughout the day. When you have PMDD, from personal experience, it's good to have a list of like your routine and your schedule. Wake up at the exact same time, eat breakfast at the same time, and then like between 3 to 4 hours, eat another small meal. 3 to 4 hours, eat another small meal. 3 to 4 hours, eat another small meal. That usually works for me, but that is just from like the nutritionist standpoint, from the personal PMDD. Not saying that I'm a nutritionist, just from my nutritionist. From the PMDD standpoint, it's actually really good because when you eat so much food, and if you're eating crappy foods and a lot of it all at once, you're gonna feel horrible. Your body's gonna feel horrible, therefore you're gonna feel horrible. But that is pretty much the do's. So let's get to the don'ts. And this is simple. Avoid lots of salt, of course, because I already said that you shouldn't take in that much salt. Alcohol. So PMDD, 7 to 10 days before a woman's menstruation, her period. If you can, I'm just gonna say if you can not drink between your 7 to 10 days before your period, this is when you should have an app that tracks your period, please don't drink alcohol. We're all different people, and we all react differently to alcohol or certain alcohols. You know, we all had those stories. Don't you dare lie. Unless you were underage. If you're under 21, you shouldn't be drinking anyway. But I'm talking to the over 21-year-olds. And that is going to link into the video for next week. So that will be a fun one, because I know some of you love story times, and I got not a funny one for you next week. Yes, it's really, really, really important to avoid alcohol for this, because remember, PMDD links to depression and anxiety, and it amplifies. And remember, if you watch that video, PMDD can also link to suicide or suicidal thoughts. And sometimes certain alcohols can trigger the brain where it makes you feel those things, and no one wants that. So just trust me, stay away from it. Okay, let's move on. Caffeine. Try your best, because I know you can't go cold turkey if you're a coffee drinker like me. I'm not in that 7 to 10 days, but I love my coffee. So try and stay away from caffeine as much as possible. I mean sodas, I mean Red Bulls, Monsters, coffee, tea. I know some teas have really high caffeine percentages in it. Just try and stay away. Or at least get a small cup. Get a small size. Don't get the extra large like I would on a normal day. Sugars. Us girls love our sugar. Try and stay away from that. Stressors, obviously, and triggers. If you know, and this is when it's really good to document and write down in a journal or anything like that, what are your triggers and your stressors, know what is going to set you off. Know if it's family or if it's a family member. If you have a party during that week or that weekend and you're going to be in front of a person that puts you down all the time, maybe stay away from the person at the party, or maybe just be like, you know what, I can't mentally prepare myself, or I can't mentally be with that person. It's okay to stay home. It's okay to do something else. If those people love you and care about you, they'll understand. So it's just think of yourself first and your mental health first and your physical health. Think of you first and your happiness first. Put yourself first in these types of situations, because I am not joking, and I keep thinking about this story for next week. You will thank me later. This is no joke. Just, Mama Bear loves you and just wants to look out for you, because I've been through the dark part of PMDD and not knowing what the heck to do when I feel like this, and how to get those thoughts out of my head, and how to avoid certain things and certain people, and to not do the things that are on my list, you know? Okay, so that being said, I hope you learned something today. I hope you did learn something today. I just try and make educational videos for people who struggle with PMDD, who have a daughter or a sister or a mom who have PMDD. This stuff is real. This is no joke. I know a lot of people are just like, oh God, it's not, what is PMDD? There's something called PMS. Like PMDD is, oh, come on. I've had those conversations with people. This is real and this is important. So if you need to if you need to listen to my video again, please do. Take notes of what I said to do and what to avoid. And like I said, PMDD is 7 to 10 days before a woman's period or menstruation. And that is it. And the good part about PMDD is that it kind of subsides when you finally, I don't know if you can hear that, that's the wind. PMDD subsides when you finally get your period. So, yeah, it's fun. But I do love you guys so much. I do hope this was helpful. Sorry it's a little bit long. You know, I ramble, but I just want to inform you guys as much as possible. I do hope you have a great Monday. Stay warm if you are in my area, which I live in PA. If you're in my area where it's 10 degrees outside, stay in front of a fire, get cuddled under your blankets. If you have a weighted blanket, use it. It's helpful, because that's what I'm going to do in a little bit. Take a warm shower, a warm bath, relax, de-stress. Don't forget to be true to yourself and love yourself first, no matter what. Self-care is essential. Be a bear and be brave, and I love you so much. I will see you in next week's story time video. I hope you're ready, because I'm not. I love you guys so much.